Good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hope that you are doing well. Gary Turner here, founder of HEXO Change. And I just looking to start what I'm calling a 5-minute meander. And what that is I'm sure like many of us, we have so much going on in our heads, so many ideas, so many realizations. And do you know something, a LinkedIn post or a Facebook post doesn't really cut it for me a lot of the time. So what I'm going to look to do, in case it's helpful for you, and I know it's going to be helpful for me, is just to share what's on my heart and mind in the moment. So I hold space for others to share what's on their heart and mind as part of the Right Here, Right Now show. But I'm going to start to do it myself. So what's on my heart and mind as Gary Turner, as someone that works in the corporate space, but someone that also cares passionately about holding space for others to connect to themselves, systems, and others at large. So what's really been on my heart and mind the last 72 hours is this really clear, real absolute clarity as to the level of self-harm. Excuse me for the trigger warning if you're someone that has suffered through that, but the reality of how we are quite literally destroying ourselves. And where this is coming from, and it's come from a few different areas, but so obviously clear to me now, is there's 3 particular learning experiences I've had this week. So let me share those with each of you in case they could be interesting for you to investigate as well. So the first thing is the West Papua soft launch. I went live about that yesterday morning. So bear in mind, this is to the west of Papua New Guinea, down in Southeast Asia, currently a basically colony of Indonesia. And they are currently quite literally fighting for their independence. And I was like, wow, why are they fighting for their independence? What's going on there? And what is so interesting, of course, is that they have rare earth metals. Gold in particular is the precious metal that is being extracted from their lands. So I just want to invite you to take a little look at the possible futures crew who are part of the organizing committee for the West Papua Solidarity Gallery that goes live next Wednesday, the 1st of December 2021. Should you wish to sign up to that, it would be great to see you there. I'll be going along to join it. So that was point 1. Point 2, then, I was just really curious looking around YouTube yesterday, and I saw that there was a National Day of Mourning for a number of the indigenous tribes in North America and also in Canada. And again, the common theme was, actually, I want to protect the lands, not just for us as indigenous peoples, but for you as the global community that relies on planet Earth. And I'm just like, okay, so you've got Southeast Asia and you've got North America and Canada, all talking about exactly the same thing, right? Which is, why are we self-harming ourselves? Why are we destroying and poisoning the very ecosystem that gives us life? And you're like, yeah, why am I doing that? Why are we doing that? Like, why is this not like front and center conversation? Like, it's bizarre. So, and the other thing I did laugh at a little bit, and it's part of the world that we live in, the old world that's dying, I think, is this. So the National Day of Mourning was live on YouTube, and hopefully you can see this now. But now we're unable to watch it here in the UK because whoever WMG is, they've blocked it due to copyright grounds. Who actually owns the right, really, to anything? Who owns the right to these ancestral and indigenous lands? Who owns the right to control you as a human being? Who owns the right to control nature? Like, who decides that copyright is even a thing, really? Like, it's another collective illusion, isn't it? But it's interesting how we buy into these collective illusions over time. But what was really interesting, and I want to share some of the reflections from the National Day of Mourning yesterday. These are some of the quotes that I made a note of that really, really hit me hard. Hence, I wanted to reflect on them for myself, but also for you in case helpful. This is what some of the ancestral leaders were talking about. Stop poisoning the water that gives you life. Diversity is what everything is about. It's okay to celebrate and say thank you. It's not okay to celebrate genocide, referencing the Thanksgiving event. I believe Indigenous rights can save the planet. This is the really critical thing. Indigenous land activists are not just fighting for our lands, they're fighting for yours. It just hits you hard. Like, we are literally collectively self-harming the very planet and ecosystem that gives us life. I'm doing it all the time. We are doing it all of the time. Do we even realize what we're doing? And then that's really where I'm at with this current reflection. And then the last one I wanted to leave you with, slightly running over 5 minutes, but it's the first time I'm practicing this. So the last one I wanted to share with you is it's actually on TED Countdown, which is their climate channel. I recently shared, I don't want to butcher her name, but she's the leader of one of the Amazonian leaders, Nimonte, and it's an 8-minute video. I invite you to go and watch it. It's just so profound and powerful. And what she's speaking to, again, similar, but this time down in the Amazon. Consistent theme here, everyone. Consistent, powerful, obvious theme, but one that I think so many of us just do not join the dots on, is Amazon, one of the most important parts of the planet, the planet's lungs, literally. I want to let it be known that this is directly harming us. That's it. That's our approach. That's the logging, the extractive mining in the Amazon. More than 25% of the earth is protected by indigenous peoples. This includes half of the world's forests. They do not respect our right to life, nature's rights, and they're killing us. Mother Earth is waiting for us to respect her. Mother Earth is not waiting for us to save her. And we as indigenous peoples expect the same. It just so fascinating in the last 72 hours that North America and Canada, Amazonia, and also West Papua in Indonesia, 3 completely not opposite, but like really disparate parts of the planet Earth, all speaking to exactly the same thing, which is, when are we, in particular in the West, going to wake up to the fact that we are killing ourselves with our ways, our consumption, our myopic focus on growth and making more money and buying more stuff, making this this Black Friday mockery. How much more stuff do we need? And do we even realize that stuff is killing other people whilst we kill ourselves? Pretty profound stuff. I hope that lands with you. Let me know what you think. Challenge any other thinking that you may have. Again, I'm not trying to be right here. I'm just sharing some reflections today, and I'm going to look to do more 5-minute meanders from HEXO Change. Might be daily, might be weekly. It'll happen when it needs to happen. But I hope you find some value in this today. And all the very best for now. Take care. Bye-bye.